Hey guys, it's super windy, so you probably can't hear me very well, sorry. I'm at Ancona at the ferry port. My car's parked there ready. I just came for a little stretch of my legs. I got here a little early. So since my last video, I drove like a... That's not very good language, hey? Sorry. Forget I said that. Anyway, I drove fast and I drove all day yesterday. So I left in the morning. I left a little town called Gravelands in between Calais and Dunkirk. Then I drove through France, and I must say, I enjoy driving through France rather than through Germany and Luxembourg and all of that. It's just nice driving. And anyway, I got to about 10 o'clock last night and I just couldn't drive anymore. And I'd gotten through the Alps, I'd went through the Mont Blanc tunnel. There was really nowhere for me to pull over. I've got so many God stories for you because God like answered my journal from that morning like to a T. But I'm going to explain that to you once I'm on the ferry, because then I can like tell long stories. This is just a random I'm at the ferry tangent. I know why I'm so excited, because I WhatsApped the hotel that I stayed at last year for one night when I was driving out of Turkey, going to Greece. And I just said, hey, do you guys remember me? I'm not expecting them to remember me. And they did. So I was confused about where I was going to go and whether I was going to catch car ferries and all of that, or if I was going to drive. So all of that to say, I am getting off the ferry at Igoumenitsia in the morning, and I'm driving to Kavala, where I'll spend the week and I'll work. And I've got a beautiful little Airbnb there. And then I'm going to drive to Camelia and stay at the same hotel because they remembered me, and I've still got their room key from last year, so I'm taking it back. And they do the most amazing massages. They've got a spa there, so I'm going to treat myself to a massage because I'm saving on not doing the car ferry. I'd probably cheat myself anyway because I'm such a princess, but anyway, I'm so excited, guys. The journey begins, and in between all of this I've got lots of work to do, and I've got guaranteed good Wi-Fi. I'm staying like a family home in Greece, but like in an apartment on a family run business type of thing. So anyway, I love you lots. I've got all these people waiting to board and they're all staring at me because they're wondering who I'm talking to. What am I doing? Gosh, how did I ramble for 2.5 hours? You know what? I drove today all the way to the ferry and I made it in record time. That's another God story, because I set my alarm clock for a different time and then God woke me up early, and I'm so glad he did because the timing was perfect. But let me tell you all of those things on the ferry, because well, I'm scared they're going to start driving in and my car's over there and I'm over here. Bye, I love you. Well, I'm back at my car. Don't you love my number plate? WO16. Yay! Anyway, I guess I was a bit eager beaver. Nobody's moving. And it's freaking hot. It's like 33 degrees. I'm sure my car got it wrong. But anyway, guys, I'm so excited. I've booked an Airbnb tomorrow. Kavala. Beach Kavala. I did drive and posted in a mad rush last year when I was headed towards Athens. So I'm looking forward to exploring it. I'll post information and links and everything. It's family run. They've been amazing. Good internet, safe parking for the car. And then I'm staying at my favorite hotel. I think I just told you that. But I'm so excited. When I get there after my long day of driving, I'm having a 90-minute full body massage. I think I also told you that. Gosh, this is what happens when you don't sleep. Anyway, let me start a new one, because maybe we won't even add this to the video. Let me tell you some other things that happened since we're sitting here in the heat. So, on Saturday, when I woke up, still in Gravelands, normally, like on a day that I have so much travel, like I had about 10 hours of driving, if not more, yesterday to do. So, I normally will just wake up, I won't make coffee, I'll just like pack everything into the car and I'll just get going, because there's just really no time to waste, because I stop so much during the drive anyway. Anyway, yesterday I felt in my spirit that I just needed to spend some time with the Lord before the journey started. So I'm tanning. It's freaking hot here. Yeah. goodbye winter. Sorry, rubber chair. So I made myself a cup of coffee and I sat with the Lord and I was journaling, and I surrendered this whole trip to him. And I surrendered like the crazy travel that I had to do because I'm working during the week, so I can only travel on the weekends. And I just like the fact that I have a car fully loaded, and everybody says that they've got free parking, and then it's like street parking, which doesn't really work for me. So I was quite graphic in my journaling, and I was like, Lord, I surrender everything to you. There's a couple of things I need. Like I need to sleep really well because I'm driving, and I need my car to be safe, like secure, like completely secure. That's all I ask for everything. So anyway, so the drive yesterday, I really felt his presence, and I was like just communing with the Lord the whole way. So it was a really easy drive. And then I started getting tired, and I went on to, like, I used Google to do hotels near me, and I picked a place like still 100 kilometers drive away. And then I went on to, I used Waze and Google Maps, and I had them both on at the same time. It chews my battery, so my phone has to be in all the time. But because I don't trust either of them 100%, and so I use both and I see where they differ, and then I sometimes just choose the one that I have the most peace with in my spirit, which I'm hoping that is the Holy Spirit leading me. And then so anyway, so then I did it on Waze as well, and there was another place that was about 50 kilometers away. But as I started to journey towards them, I said to the Lord, I really need help. I'm actually tired now. I can't journey another 50 kilometers. And I had this thought to go onto booking.com and do hotels near me. And I did. And there was this place that came out like with zero like detours or anything. And it said it was affordable, much more affordable than the other two hotels. And I was like, I wonder where I'm going. Anyway, I was like, gotta trust the Lord. Guys, I will send you a link and photos of the hotel. I had my own secure car park outside my front door. Like amazing. And I slept like a baby the 6 hours that I had. And then I set my alarm clock this morning for 7 o'clock. And the Lord woke me up at 6 o'clock. And I was like, I heard thunderous rain outside. And I was like, oh, I still got like another 5 hours to drive. And as I rolled over to get out of bed and stuff, I like to hug, well, I like to just be with the Lord for a little bit before I get out of bed. So don't go weird me. I'm not like hugging him. I'm just like hug him in my heart. And so as I was like hugging him in my heart and just, you know, recentering before I got out of bed and start my day, I just said, even if it stops raining, just so I can pack the car, like I trust that you'll keep me safe on the journey. So anyway, so I got in the car when my alarm clock went off to wake me up because I was ready. And when I packed my car and got in my car, there was no rain. And as I drove off, the rain started again. Like, just how good is he? Like, seriously. And I know skeptics will say what they want, but leave me in my own happy place. I'm a happy, joyful child. Anyway, so the drive here was great. It went much quicker. And I think that because I started out so much earlier, I missed a lot of traffic that I would have hit because this traffic coming this way was insane. Yeah, so I'm just dumbfounded by his goodness. He literally, if I look at my journal from yesterday morning when I felt the urge to sit with him, everything I asked about the roads being clear, like not hectic traffic, you know, me just feeling safe and having the headspace to be able to handle such a long drive and all of that, he just he just blew my mind. He's just such a good father, just such a good father. Anyway, I'm gonna get on the ferry. Wow, 4.5 minutes. But you know what? This time it was God's goodness, and God is just really that good. And I am realizing that the more we focus on his goodness and gratitude and just be thankful, the more we are aware of just how good he is. And it's just such a great little atmosphere to live in and from and out of. Anyway, that's my 2 cents, sitting on my bonnet, on my hood, as you would say. And so this ferry is from Ancona. I haven't really been in the village, but you can see it. I drove straight to the carport. And I'm going to Igumnitsia, and I'm butchering how you say that. And then I'll drive to Kavala. And then I'm stationary so that I can get some work done, change the world, and I will travel again next weekend. Love you, bye. So I was so eager beaver to get here early. I'm getting a little bored waiting around. They're busy disembarking. Yeah. I got a bit of car cabin fever right now. I'm like, I just need to go do something. Stuck in this car all day. But anyway, it's huge. I think I was on a very similar one when I went to Venice from Patras. But now I'm going Ancona to Ignanica or something like that. Can't say it right. Love you guys. So I'm sitting on the bonnet thinking I'm talking to you, and I'm sitting on someone else's bonnet. It's so embarrassing. I thought I was taking a photo, taking a video. So I'm amazed. They've been loading trucks since 3:30. It's now nearly 5 o'clock, and there's still all those trucks and all these cars, and a whole bunch of foot passengers have already boarded. Hey, where does it all go to? I mean, the ship's big, but not that big. Okay, so I'm bored in my car, so I've decided to share a bit of my heart with you guys. 5.5 minutes later, I say goodbye, and then I decide to play it back to see what rubbish I would be talking about, to see whether you would ever actually get it. Because a lot of the time I do videos and I'm just like, no dude, it's like, just... Anyway, 5.5 minutes, and it was plugged into my car. And so it's 5.5 minutes of lip reading. You can't hear me talking. So I don't know if you're going to hear me talking on this one. But I'm bored, and they're still disembarking, and we haven't barked on yet. Barked on yet. Huh? Embarked. Embarked. I think I need a hot shower. Oof. And some relax. I've been in this car for too long. But I tell you what, it's so good. I've really felt like God's presence on this whole trip. Like none of it. The most stressful thing, if I can say it's stressful, because it's not really, because I'm so blessed, but like trying to choose where I'm going to sleep while I'm working. And sometimes when I'm doing that, I forget to stay in his peace, if I'm being vulnerable and honest. And so I was doing that this afternoon, not in his peace, and after like an hour of wasting time scrolling Airbnb trying to figure out which would be the perfect place for me to spend 4 days of my life. Like life or death situation. So anyway, I feel like the Holy Spirit saying, Lee, like put the phone down, step away from the phone. So I get out the car, I put the phone away, and I go for a walk. And oh, I think we can load now. Anyway, I go for a walk, and then when I go for a walk, the Lord like puts everything together, and like a text message comes through from this hotel that I've stayed at before that you'll see, and they're like, oh yeah, we remember you, Lee. Definitely love to have you back again. So then like I was like, oh, that would be amazing to stay there, and then I could break up my journey, and then everything else just fell into place, and then the Airbnb fell into place, and I was like, gosh, I just wasted like an hour stressing when I could have just been in peace and let Holy Spirit do his magic. Anyway, they're boarding. I want to get on that ship. Love you. Bye.